How's it going, guys? My name is Tavarish, and today we're doing part 2 of rust removal on my ultimate daily driver S-Class. All right, let's get right to it. Since I posted my last video where I sort of haphazardly used an angle grinder to get off all the rust here and successfully put a sizable hole into my door with a quite overpowered welder, the comments that came afterwards were actually they were pretty accurate. I didn't know what I was doing, and I used the wrong tools, and I should have been using a wire wheel. That is all correct. Now, another comment caught me not by surprise because I already thought of the subject of that comment, but they told me to get another door. So I have actually looked for other doors, and I found one on eBay. They were pretty expensive. They were like $140, which is cheap, but then $350 for shipping. So it was like, you know, it ended up being like $500. It didn't make sense. I'd rather do it myself. However, I found one just yesterday that was $160, but it was in Tampa, and Tampa is about an hour and a half away from me, so I decided to take the drive, and I got this door. Now, the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will notice that it is not the same color exactly. This is a midnight blue, and this is I believe it's a capri blue from a 2006. So this blue has more purple in it, and it doesn't quite match with this blue, which is more of a like a royal navy blue. That's not such a big deal, just because it's going to be close enough because I'm going to be wrapping the whole thing. The reason why I wanted it blue was because if you open up the door, I'm not going to be doing the door jambs because it doesn't make much sense. But all this stuff, you can see that. Like this has to be dark blue. And I think the difference between, you know, this blue and that blue isn't that much, and especially right here, you can see the door color. So if that was going to be, you know, something like silver or whatever, that's going to really clash, and it didn't really make much sense to do it. But since I found this door, and the all-important bit, there is no rust. This came off of a car from Florida, and Florida cars, as you know, have no rust. There we go. Actually, a quick tidbit. Some people think that the rust is formed because there's a bad seal up top, and that allows water to come down and then eventually rust through here. I don't really think that's the case, just because on the bottom, like, you never see this stuff on Florida cars. On Florida cars, it's always pretty clean. It's never this rotted out mess that you see in the Northeast, and especially near the Rust Belt, and that's because it's this really doesn't do well with corrosion and salt. And although my car was relatively rust-free, if you look underneath the car, there's no rust at all. This has been through a few winters. It was a New York car, and then it was exported to Dubai for 5 years, and then basically it got sandblasted naturally, and it had no rust on it other than those spots. It has a little bit on the other side as well, but nothing as bad as this, and that we can actually wire wheel. So the subject of today's video is just going to be putting this door onto that car. The installation should be actually pretty easy. If I open up the door, I'm going to have to take off the door panel, the airbags, the window, all the trim, and then right here, let's see if you can see this, there is, right here. So these are the hinges, and it looks like there's a bolt right here, and then there's another hinge somewhere down here where you can't even see it. Yeah, there's like a bolt down here. So theoretically, I'd be able to unbolt it and then just kind of pop this off like a Jeep. So that would be pretty cool. And yeah, without further ado, let's start taking this thing apart. All right, so it is a new day, and the reason why this is taking a little bit longer than I originally anticipated is because instead of having all this stuff, this is the window regulator, instead of having all this stuff bolted onto the car like any normal car would have, this has these rivets. So these rivets need to be drilled out. And I didn't have a rivet gun with this size rivet, so I had to go to the store, do a quick tool run, and buy one. So what I'm going to have to do now is drill out every single rivet, and hopefully this all comes out. I think I'm going to have to remove the glass, this glass first, so we'll see how that works. So I'm going to try to lower the glass. I have to connect everything here, lower the glass, maybe disconnect it here on the bottom, then everything else can come out. This is turning into a bit of a project just to replace one door. Whew. Okay, that was an enormous pain in the ass. Just because the rivets would not come out with my, I think this is a Harbor Freight set of drill bits. So words of the wise, do not buy a Harbor Freight set of drill bits. But anyway, yeah, everything is out. There's so much room for activities here, guys. Yeah, I think I should probably leave it like this. In Florida, you can definitely drive a car with no doors, and I don't see why this S-Class would be any different from a Jeep, so hey, maybe that's an idea. But on a more serious note, let's get to actually putting a door on. That is the old door. I still have to take off the mirror and a few things like the lock mechanism and whatever, but that can be done a little bit later. But right now I want to put the new door skin on. Hopefully I don't have to do any alignment, because right here you can see all it does is slot in just like a Jeep would. So it's supposed to just drop in, and I don't think there's going to be any alignment issues, well, at least any big ones that I can't fix with a little bit of fine tuning with my old hammer. All right, that took way longer than I thought. So it wasn't a plug-and-play deal. I needed to fidget with the hinges, and it's really hard to do this when you're the only one doing it. So it's definitely a two-person job, but you can kind of muscle your way to finishing with one person. So right now, it's not lining up just because the door is slightly open, but when you close it, let's see if you can, when you close it, it's pretty level, and then when the lock sort of sucks the door in, should be good to go. So yeah, you can tell that the color is just, you know, it's a fair ways off. You can see the difference right there, but that's not going to matter because I'm going to have a complete wrap covering this car. Now, as far as the wrap is concerned, I'm not giving away the color just yet. That's going to be done probably next week. That's when I'm going to start the actual body work, you know, putting on the body kit and wrapping it. However, if anybody in the Central Florida area wants to help out and they have experience in wrapping vinyl, wrapping the car in vinyl, then please do give me a shout out, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm probably going to waste a bunch of material and do things wrong and sort of learn along the way. If anybody can give me tips and tricks, that would be great. But if not, I'll just go it alone like I always do and sort of make a mess of things. But that's the point of this channel. That's the point of me doing this stuff. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to finish this door and hopefully get everything working. I don't think I'm going to put the door panel in Actually, you know what? I will put the door panel in because I can take this door handle out later on. I might not put this back in, but who knows? I don't know. I change my mind all the time. So let's get working. All right, guys, I don't think I'm going to put the door panel on, mainly because I don't know where. I think it's easier to just leave all the trim and stuff off. I still have to take off this bottom trim, but that's like one bolt and it comes right off. Because when I do the wrap, all the accessories like door handles and whatnot have to come off, and I think I'm going to do the inside as well. So this is going to stay like that for now, and the car is going to get prepped for the wrap pretty soon. The other side, I don't have a door for the other side. I actually do have a wire wheel that's going to get rid of some of that rust, and I think there's some rust up here that it's just surface rust, just paint bubbling, and I'll get rid of that maybe in the next episode, maybe not. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this, and yeah, I hope you learned how to remove rust. That's the easiest way to remove rust. Replace the door. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with that door. Probably just going to throw it out. I don't know, maybe somebody is interested in some scrap metal. There's probably scrap metal recyclers around here, but that's going to go bye-bye. And let's just take a look at this niceness. Obviously, it's pretty dirty and whatnot, but yeah, no rust at all. That's exactly what I like to see. So today was a long day. It's been a long few days because this has just been fighting me the entire time. And I'm glad that you guys could come with me on my journey to one step closer to the ultimate daily driver. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. And as always, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs down if you didn't like the video, but thumbs up if you did. So it's been a really interesting ride. More than 26,000 subscribers, and we can definitely get that number up. I believe in you, and I hope that you have as much fun as I have getting dirty and working on old cars. So yeah, thanks for that. But next time, that's when I